You know, I'm just flipping through the manual here and I don't see anything about the stand. Nowhere does it talk about a stand. And I was thinking about it, and remember yesterday I talked about the stand, that we don't have to worry about it for a while. But you know, now is the time to think about it. Well, I guess you're supposed to make your own stand. Okay, now is the time to think about what am I going to put in the bottom here to, you know, to be able to screw up from the bottom into like a block of wood or something that'd be mounted securely here and here. And otherwise it has to sit on its very flat bottom. As you can see, it's very, very flat. Now I don't know if the real ship was like that. It could be the real ship was like that, and my thinking, when I was thinking about it, why was the bottom so flat, I thought, well, a flat bottom boat would be a lot faster to turn around if it didn't have a keel, you know, sticking down the full length of the, you know, it would turn a lot faster. It would kind of skitter sideways a little bit, but that wouldn't be important. What would be important, I would think, would be to quickly turn the ship to get the guns at just the right angle. Now, I don't know. Like I said yesterday, I've never made a battleship. But now is the time to think about where am I going to mount the blocks on the inside here that are going to have the screws or whatever come up from the bottom. Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about this for about an hour now. And I've sort of changed my mind. And I think this sort of thing is probably going to happen a lot. I'm going to change my mind as I go along. And what I'm thinking now is that what if the case, the sides of the case, were fairly close to the edge of the ship? I don't think there's going to be anything fragile mounted along the side here. And the case would be on sort of a low profile cradle. Then the cradle would go more or less the full width of the ship. It would raise it up so that the mirror would show the rudder and propellers and all that kind of stuff, and you could sort of see underneath. But the idea being that if the case was picked up and tilted on its side a little bit, the ship would only slide to the side of the case. And, you know, and if it slid to this side, well, it wouldn't damage anything. At least that's my thinking right now. Now, of course, if somebody takes and turns it upside down, then, of course, the delicate parts of the superstructure, like the mast or anything like that, well, naturally, that's going to be damaged. But, I mean, surely people that are moving something like this aren't going to be that stupid. Yeah, because I won't be here forever. So, anyway, that's the plan now. I am not going to drill holes in the bottom. Well, this is not the one I wanted, but it seems that here in Winnipeg, at least this time of year, the one I wanted just isn't around. So I picked this up this morning along with some other stuff. This is for the deck. Now I got the right color for that. And I also got myself a photo edge bending tool, and I went with the Tamiya because I was so pleased with these nippers that were from Tamiya. So I thought, well, hopefully their photo etch bending tool is also of the same quality. Have a little peek here at it. I just got back, by the way. I was out for quite a while this morning, and you might say I lost a little bit of time. On the way back from the photo store, I hear this little bell-like sound go off on my dashboard, and I look down at the dashboard and here it's got a picture of a gas tank, a gas pump on it, so I knew what that meant. So I thought, as long as I'm going to be getting gas, I may as well stop off at the grocery store, which was close by. Well, you know how it goes. You're just going to go in for a bag of carrots and you come out with about $150 worth of groceries. So by the time I got that all put away, and and my hamburger, which was a good price, so I bought a big size of that and had to package it up. Well, you know how it goes. Yeah, so anyway, I think it was yesterday or day before, somebody sent me a link. Somebody else was building a Bismarck kit, only he was doing the 1/700th scale, which is about only about a quarter of the size of this one. But he was doing a fantastic job. Just an unbelievable job. But he did use something, and I have seen this being used before, and it was this panel line accent color stuff. And what he was using it for was to accent, places like this. So I'm sort of hoping that this stuff is going to work along here, because anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to that place. And I did get my little tiny brush, so I think I can probably chuck that one that has about 6 hairs left on it. Yeah, anyway, in other words, today's episode is going to be a little short. Now, according to the guy at the hobby store, this will mix with water, and according to the manufacturer, this stuff is supposed to be runny enough that it can be put into a syringe and squeezed out the syringe. I'm starting to lose it here already. Let's just take a little bit and try it here. I should be able to work that up to the front. In the meantime, get the cap back on, because they say it dries very quickly. Okay, now get that in there, and we'll see if this is gonna squeeze out, or do I have to maybe put a little bit more in. Well, you can see it going there, but is it going to go out is there going to be too much friction here, and I'm going to have to shorten that little shaft, or that tube rather. Oh, it's coming. Well, look at that. Okay, now second test. That's drying already. Okay, second test is, we'll take a little bit of water here, and will it mix with water? I think I got too much water. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be using that much water if I had used it in like a crack right here. It would wash it out. You know what? Let's let that dry overnight and see what it's like in the morning. Yeah, what do we got here? It's just after 3 o'clock this afternoon already. Get this edited out, upload it onto YouTube, and then you'll be able to see it tonight around supper time. All being well. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.